Alex, John, Adam.
Adam, I'm sorry.
So good to see you. Last I talked to you was at the Fortune Faded video, right before all your solo records came out. If I would have known the genius of those records, I would have loved to talk to you about those things.
Oh, awesome.
Just still blown away by all those albums.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah. Talk about being up here on stage. You make it look effortless. What kind of things are going through your mind when you're up there playing guitar?
Oh, nothing. The idea there is to shut your mind off. You know, music comes through you when you're not thinking, and when you learn how to just surrender to the current of music. It's not about thinking anything or planning anything. You know, so you just learn to shut your mind off gradually through years and years of practicing.
Yeah, and you can do it when you know millions of people are watching and you're on, worldwide television. Do you think about that kind of thing at all?
That's the trick, is to not think about it from their angle, because you can only really experience anything from your own angle as an individual person. I don't know what I appear to be to the millions of people watching, so I can't worry about that. I just have to be myself. You know?
What do these denominations mean to you at this point? All the band's been through to have this kind of success and acclaim at this point. What does it mean to you and the band?
It means that we're being respected by the industry that we work in. I mean, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah. How proud are you personally, though, of this album? Because I know a lot went into this one.
I put a lot of work into it. It's nice to have it be appreciated. It's nice to have it be received by the world and by the music industry. It's cool because I worked really hard on it. There's plenty of other people who have also worked hard and not gotten that acclaim, I think everybody gets their own kind of rewards. If I wasn't, somebody who sells less records and maybe isn't as acknowledged by the world might get just as big a charge out of 10 friends loving what they do. You know what I mean? It's all relative. Like in the case of this, we sell the amount of records where we would get recognized by the Grammys. You know, it's my place in the world. I'm very happy to be in my place.
What kind of conversations do you guys have conversations at this point in the band career about the success you guys have reached and about that acclaim and what it means to you guys, like the road you guys have traveled?
Do we have conversations?
What kind of things come up, like when the Grammy nominations or when you sell a certain amount of albums? Is there like a collective pat on the back, or is it kind of unspoken?
It's just cool. You know, like we always like to hear good news. You know. I'm a musician. I think about music. I think about books. I don't get too lost in the way the world sees me. It's not that important.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I said, I just have to worry about myself. I'm a person with a lot of problems and a lot of things to enjoy in my life and a lot of opportunities to celebrate joy of existence. Being acknowledged, like I said, by society and by the Grammys is it's an honor. You know, it's what I take it for what it is. Doesn't mean that I've reached the highest peak of my artistic worth. I might not be acknowledged at all when I reach that peak. It's not, the two things aren't necessarily correlated. You know?
Speaking of which, are you always writing, always working? Do you let yourself now work on new material for your own work, for the band? Is that something that's always going on?
Yeah, always working. I work really hard. It's like I'm always thinking about the next step. Like it's like I'm proud of this record, but my mind is always on what I'm doing now or what I'm about to do. Once something is done and released, it's out of my hands, and I do kind of I let go of it at that point. And it's cool that it's received, but I'm kind of indifferent to it because if it wasn't received, I hope that I could still be as happy with myself as a person as I am. You know what I mean? So I'm cool. I'm happy about it all, but I'm just I got to admit,
the Doors are Grammy Lifetime Achievement
Speaking of the next step, are you what are you working on? Are you working on solo stuff again? Are you working on stuff that could be for the band again? Where's I know you guys are touring.
Yeah, we just tour, so that's already a lot of work delegated to the band. Yeah, making a new solo record and practicing guitar a lot.
These are the nominees for Best Female R&B Vocal
You're going to share the carpet
Performance.
with people like Ornette Coleman on Sunday who's getting Lifetime Achievement. I know the band's idols.
Ring the Alarm, Beyonce.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have a lot of respect for a lot of the people here. Like I like Justin
Don't
Timberlake
forget
a
about
lot.
us, Mariah
I like
Carey.
Beyonce a lot. And But Ornette
Daydreaming,
Coleman, yeah, I love
melancholy.
Ornette Coleman. He's always been one of my favorites, so I'm super
I am
excited
not
to be
my
here.
hair,
I like
India
Steve
hair.
Vai is here. I was really excited to see all the people who are going to
And
be
the
here.
Grammy
Like,
for female
a lot of
R&B
people,
vocal
Joan Baez.
performance
There's a lot of
goes
people
to-
who I really respect who are going to be here.
For
so
rehearsal
I'm excited
purposes
about
only.
that.
I am
That'll
not
be
my
cool.
hair. India,
I listen to my favorite music is AFX.
Yeah.
AFX. That's my favorite music. I just think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
And just talking, when you're up there on stage, you play for the Grammys, you put extra bags on your performance, you become the showman to carry on the Grammys, or do you know what you do in terms of that kind of thing? Because on stage, you put on a show, so when it's Grammy time, you turn it on extra special for the camera?
I think usually in those situations you're more self-conscious. You know,
Yeah.
hopefully it won't be that. Hopefully we'll be able to let go the same way we do in live concerts. You know, but this song isn't very. Like, this song doesn't really have a lot of room for a lot of improvisation or anything.
Yeah.
So we'll just go up there and play the song. It's not really a big thing. I'm not gonna. Putting forethought into it wouldn't help, and making demands on it to be great also doesn't help. You just gotta let yourself go and surrender to whatever energies are in the air, and that's what's gonna come through the music. I don't have control over that. Music comes through when it wants to come through, and it doesn't when it doesn't want to. And that's the beauty of being in a live band as opposed to somebody who's just playing along with tapes and stuff like that. It's like we are taking our chances every time we play, and it does stand a chance of being really great or really bad anytime we play. And it's cool to, you know, it's cool that we're consistent enough where people like the Grammys would trust us to go up and you know, and take that chance. But there's really not that many different ways this song could go. We're just going to go up and play it. There's not a big jam section or anything like that.
Right. Lastly, they need you back. I know you're a humble guy, but you came away with a bunch of Grammys on Sunday. What would it mean to the band for the next step?
We'd all be happy about it. It wouldn't mean anything in terms of the next step. Our next step is going to be whatever music we feel like making at the time that we make it. I think some people get rewarded and sell a lot of records, and then they decide, like, I gotta repeat that, I gotta do the same thing I did then. And it's like, that's not for us. It's like, you just gotta follow your artistic vision wherever it takes you, you know. And it's great to get Grammys. It makes you feel encouraged by the world around you. That's what it would make me feel like. It would just make me feel like the world. I mean, I already feel like that though. If we didn't win any Grammys, I'd also feel like the world is still encouraging us. We were nominated for Grammys. That's cool, you know. If we get them, it'll be great. And if we don't get them, that'll also be great.
All right. Very good job. Real